Hello and welcome to this video on the step-by-step process to start your cloud kitchen. मोस्ट ऑफन ऐसा होता है कि हम उसको प्लान नहीं करते पूरा स्टेप्स क्या है पहले से और वी जंप ऑन टू स्टेप 3 एंड देन डू स्टेप 6 एंड देन इट happens so that two problems occur. One is the time frame it takes to put up the cloud kitchen will get exceeded. Number one. Number two, there are bound to be some mistakes that can happen, and also your cost is likely to increase if you don't go in the step by step method. So in this video I am going to share with you exactly every step that you can take in order such that you put up your cloud kitchen in the best possible cost and in the shortest possible time. Okay, now watch this video till the end and then you will get an opportunity to learn a lot more and a special gift from me where you can be a part of our community too. Okay, so let's get started friends and let's jump in to this subject on the step by step process to start your cloud kitchen. Okay, what's the first step? Okay, the first step before you do anything else, before you put your money, before you finalize anything, is to do the market research. Okay, so if you don't do sufficient market research, understand what is the requirement, what is in demand, what is it that's going to sell, the whole effort of putting up a cloud kitchen is going to become a waste, or rather it's going to cause you possibly losses. If you don't plan your market research well, the methods to do it, we'll talk more about it in a couple of videos, but do your market research. A lot of it can be done even on Swiggy, Zomato, a lot of it can be done on Facebook, but definitely do your market research and understand what will work in the area that you have in mind, or whether the concept you have in mind has a demand. Okay, second thing, now after you do the market research, then second step is to form your core team. Now what is your core team? Your core team can be the key person that you're going to have to run the business, in terms of a chef or a partner maybe, who's known for the cuisine. How are you going to do it? Who's a part of your core team? Who's your partner or the manager or the chef, head chef, or the number one guy who's going to be taking care of the kitchen? Because if you are a chef yourself, yes, then maybe a support guy would be the number guy you would be looking at. But if it is not, then the chef would be one of the core team member of yours, and that you will be the second step to do, along with of course your company formation. See, based on what kind of capital outlay you have, maybe you would want to go for a partnership if you're two three of you, maybe a private limited company if you're going for an extended capital and starting off in a big way, or even if it's a proprietorship, or maybe I would recommend amongst all of them, if you're looking at with a partnership, go for an LLP. That will be a limited liability partnership, and that's an ideal firm to have to start off. Ideally have this in place along with your core team, which is a second step for you to go forward to starting your business. Okay, now let's jump on and see what's the third step. Now once you've done this, okay, together along with your core team, you're going to finalize the concept. Okay, when I say finalize the concept, it also would, for a practical purposes in a cloud kitchen, mean broadly the menu and your the cuisine. That what is it that you're going to serve? What concept are you going to be working with? Are you going to be a premium player? Are you going to be a mid-segment player? Are you going to be a volume player? And what kind of a cuisine? Are you going to go for combos as a specialty, or a particular cuisine as a specialty? What is it? Okay, I'm sure based on your market research in conjunction with your core team, you will finalize your concept, which is the third step. Okay, now what's the fourth step? Is going to be a budget, capital outlay. So what is the kind of money that you're going to invest? Or is it going to be 3 lakhs? Is it going to be 5 lakhs? Is it going to be 8-10 lakhs? What is it? Okay, you will have to make your budget outlay and break it down into what that what's the cost of each, how it is going to come to that kind of a number, and do this as a fourth step. Now the next step is business plan. See, most businesses make this mistake of starting off the business without writing a clear business plan. A clear business plan will also subjectively mean knowing what your core strengths are, your competition, and why you're going to succeed at all this subjectively, and objectively what the numbers are going to be, what's your sales going to be first month, second month, third month, on a monthly basis for the first year, and be subsequently yearly basis for the next 5 years. Also your costs and what does your profit look like, what is going to be return on investment. Okay, business plan is going to be really helpful to you to get a clear understanding. You will have a lot of things in mind, but when you start putting it on paper on the Excel sheet, you will know a lot more clearly where you stand, and this is going to help you find a partner, or to also market to a banker, an investor. Okay, so business plan is a critical step. Don't miss this. The next thing, of course, is after business plan is project funding. Of course, where you're going to have, you have the money with you ready. Are you going to borrow the money? Are you going to raise it from friends, family, or are you going to raise it from a bank or a private investor, or what is it? How are you going to raise the money? Are you going to take any of the schemes of the government? What is it? What is it that you're going to do to raise the money required for the project? Have that thing in place. Have the money in place. Once you're kind of getting closer to having the money in place, finalize your location and fix up your lease. Okay. Leasing also, I will be making a video on the steps that you need to take, but definitely finalize a location that will sync well with your concept and the audience, and that would be the important step when you move forward. Next thing, of course, is your planning your kitchen design and also your layout, which will also mean how the layout is going to be and what are the equipments that are going to come into the kitchen. All this is going to be planned. Of course, you already have your key team in place, so together you finalize this and take some professional help if needed. Okay, so this is an important step. Now, ordering your equipment. Okay, so the next step is going to be, once you finalize your design and equipment, order them. Okay, because it's going to take 15 days to 30 days to get equipment. Some of them might be available readily off the shelf, but some of them has to be tailor made based on your kitchen size and stuff like that. So order the equipment, it will be ready by the time. Then of course comes team hiring. Okay, I'm sure it will be a 3-member team, it will be a 2-member team, it will be a 7-member team. Okay, that should be the size that you should be looking at on a higher side if it's a cloud kitchen. So hire your team. Okay, I'm sure the key person you hired will play an important role in this, in hiring the team. Also, you could hire from places like upnow.co, workindia.in. Okay, hire your team. The next step is securing your licenses and registrations. Okay, there's also a video that I'm doing on the license registrations required. Watch it in case you would like to know what are the license registrations required to be putting up. It's simple. A lot of them have gone online, but that you can watch it in the video to understand in detail. The next step is tie up with Swiggy, Zomato, and online ordering platforms. Once you have your FSSAI license in place, your KYC documents, bank account, etc., and a broad menu, that's enough to get on board with Swiggy, Zomato, and either Thrive, DotPay, or any of them. So Smart, there may be a couple of them. Any of them also tie up with one of the direct ordering platforms. The next step is finalize your packaging and branding. Could parallelly do it along with other things. Okay, see, this is one key thing, because for a cloud kitchen, packaging is going to play an important role in how people perceive your brand. Okay, and of course, based on the scale at which you are doing, either if you can go for branding right on the box, of course it's slightly expensive. There are brands like Moltech which do it, but otherwise even stickering, or at least on the paper printing your brand, with your logos and bylines and making it colorful and nice, is going to help you a lot in making your brand. Okay, now system and POS, you need a simple system. You can also operate from a phone to start with, but then if you want to scale, I would recommend you have a basic system, and you could look at any of the POSs available in the market. PaidPuja is one of the leading player, and works well for cloud kitchens. You could look at that. And then next thing is putting your procedures, policies, and systems in place. Okay. Now, this is something that you most businesses again don't do it, but if you do it, really this is like an engine for the oil. Okay. If your business has to run smoothly, then these things have to be in place on paper, ideally, and communicated across to your team very clearly. Okay, so it kind of becomes a standard that you maintain in your business. So then comes your menu finalization and trials. So once your team is in place, your kitchen equipment has come, you start doing some trials. Okay, you might have had the broad menu already in mind as a concept, but then before you actually put the final menu, I am sure you will do some trials with your team as to how the dishes that you thought are coming out, what is it that you can add, what is it that you don't want to keep. you know Broadly, don't keep the menu too long. And if you like to know how to plan the menu, click here, on this link, and then you can watch this video, which clearly tells you how to plan your menu. There's a proper video on the subject. Watch this by clicking the link here. Okay, then also when doing the trials, you will know which are the products that are really good. Okay, then comes your pricing. Now, you could go for a couple of methods. There's a markup method. There's a market method for pricing. Once you do your trials, finalize the menu, you can do the recipes and understand the costing of each of the products. Okay, and based on that, you can plan the pricing. Also, keep in mind the market, what is acceptable, what works well, and based on that, you will finalize your pricing. Okay, the team training, of course, again based on all the system procedures you put in place, based on the finalized menu, you would want to train your team as to how you would like them to operate on a standard basis regularly. So team training becomes critical. The next comes guest trials. Okay, now I'm sure you would want to know, you might thought these products have all come out well, but just before dishing it out to the market, I'm sure you would like to call some family, friends, associates who are food lovers and who can give you a good critical feedback on what your food tastes like. Okay, and ideally give it out to them, invite them over, let them taste and give you a good feedback. Based on that, you can tune up your menu to the what the market is going to love. Okay, after the guest trials comes marketing. Before you launch, there's a whole lot of marketing teaser campaign you can do. The market must know and must be, in fact, your marketing must be so good that they're eagerly waiting for you. Okay, so this is an important step. And of course, how do you market? Digital marketing is a critical thing, but then even some kind of an offline marketing with flyers and all will help. So plan your marketing. This is going to be a next step before you launch. Okay, now then, of course, launch with a bang. You must have a good plan. Don't think that I'll just launch and then let's see 3-4 months later business will slowly grow. Not a good idea. There's a way to launch with a bang. In fact, now that we are here, let me tell you that we teach you in our course about what steps you can do to launch with the bang, such that you get really good traction right away when you get started. That also increases your confidence, and आपका टीम को भी लगेगा कि हौसला बढ़ेगा. So always make sure that you have a good plan to launch. So as I said, in our course we'll teach you all this that we talked about in detail, how you can do it. So in the description we have given a link, so you can click there and come to our webinar, where I will discuss with you at length for 2 hours as to what and how you can do all this very well, and also get started. And also you could join our community, a large community of Cloud Kitchen business owners, Cloud Kitchen QSR restaurant, and home kitchen owners, whom can also be whom you will be a part of the network of, and can connect and work together. Okay, so do click here down, and then launch with a bang. Okay, now do comment below, okay, as to what is it that is stopping you You may have been thinking, if you're watching this video till here, आप सोच रहे होंगे कि मैं स्टार्ट करूँगा, एक क्लाउड किचन बनाऊँगा, होम किचन बनाऊँगा और QSR बनाऊँगा, बट समहाउ फॉर सम रीज़न आप स्टार्ट नहीं कर पा रहे और नहीं कर रहे, तो ये क्या रोक रहा है आपको? आप मेरे को कमेंट कीजिए नीचे, so that I'll be able to address that issue. I'll reply you back, and also if I think the subject that needs attention, I'll also try and make a video on that subject. So do comment without fail. After you launch with a bang, where from the day one you should be able to get some traction, okay, get some orders, then use your operations. So it's going to be once you do all this and bring it down, your operations will start off, and of course your marketing will have to continue, your innovation will have to continue. But then if you have followed these steps one by one, then I'm sure it would have helped you, it will help you launch it faster and also launch it at the optimal cost. Okay, hope you liked the video, and if you liked the video, please press the like button and share it, such that other friends who would like to start this business can benefit from it. I'll be making more and more videos on the food business and how you can do it and how you can do it well, and if you're already doing it, how you can turn profitable and scale your business. Okay, do subscribe to the channel and click on the notification button to be informed as and when the videos happen. Okay, now thank you for watching this video till the end, and I wish you all the very best in your cloud kitchen business that you're planning to start, or if you've started, planning to grow. See you then.